Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Why such a long title? You got to know what we about over here. Ain't no Matrix over here. Ain't no simping over here. And we talk about everything over here. So listen, I did a content by request for a subscriber by the name of Charisma 808. We didn't do Isaiah 4:1 yesterday, so we're going to do it today. We're going to break it down today. Isaiah 4:1 says, in that day, 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own food, wear our own clothes, only let us be called by your name, take away the disgrace. What I normally do, I'll give you things that women do currently in today's world. And I'll say things such as, the disgrace is, I define what the word disgrace is in context in that scripture. And that's one of the main reasons why I do these videos, because their disgrace led to and will lead to the Most High's judgment. I told y'all, I said something controversial earlier. I believe the Most High is behind a lot of this conversation that we having in terms of relationships, because he saw the haughtiness of these women. Look up the word haughty. What happens is, and what's happening, and what I'm talking about on this video, I'm going to give you a breakdown of proof how Isaiah 4:1 is happening right now. It hasn't happened fully. It's a lot of things related to this prophecy that have not happened, some of which dealing with the day of the Most High, the last days, mark of the beast, so on and so forth. But in terms of some of the things that the women are experiencing and will experience, that's happening right now. And that's what I talk about with the Isaiah 4:1 series. Now, of course, they're going to always have simps, youngsters, young bucks in particular, who I've seen on multiple occasions come into this space and try to rebuke us for what we say, if you will. Try to undermine what we say, because some of them, they want women to say, oh, you're so cute. Oh, look at his abs. Oh, look at his muscles. So they want to be in their good graces. Some of which, they might have muscles, but they don't know how to do. They awkward around women. They don't know how to talk and deal with women. So the only thing they know is to machismo other men and act like they're on their side. How can you be on their side? And what's crazy is, some of these dudes done been to jail because of women. Some of these dudes already done been divorced from women. That they just don't believe fat meat is greasy. They don't think they need a napkin when they handle fat meat. And I ain't talking about just merely fat women. There's some fat unicorns out here scattered abroad. I'm talking about the phrase, you know how people say fat meat is greasy? I'm not taking shots at women that might be a little chubby. You already know what I think about that if you've been watching. You know, whether or not they fat, that's not the issue. The issue is mainly that attitude, that previous behavior, that present behavior. You know, now, mind it, if they fat and lazy, then maybe you need to trim some weight. Because some of these women, they get fat and they use other tactics. So some women, they get bigger, their husband like it, man, quick nut. He nothing quicker with her meat on her than he was when she was skinny, boobs. I'm not keeping score on what people do. So, but what I want to talk about is the things that show that Isaiah 4:1 is in what's called the beginning of sorrows in some translation in the Bible. You know how the Bible say beginning of sorrows? Like when the things are happening, but the total and the totality of what's going to happen haven't happened yet. We in the beginning of sorrows. We in the foreshadowing moments, if you will, as to what's going to happen. And y'all know my collar is still messed up. You know, I started to go into Because when you collar like this, you just gotta iron it. But I ain't gonna iron it, man. I'm just gonna work with it. So I'm gonna show y'all, and I'm gonna talk about the ways Isaiah 4:1 is coming to pass. So let's begin. Women divorce their husbands, keep them in court, some of which they do it out of hatred and jealousy, immaturity. Try to take as much money of his as he can because they want to make him broke. Some women, they'll call you a dusty, but then they'll contribute to the dustiness. You know what I mean? Like they always want something, they always need something. Some of them ain't helping you get money, but they helping you spend money. A lot of different stuff. You know, all of these behaviors are a disgrace. And we talk about all of that stuff in this space. So guys is waking up and women is upset. And I broke it down earlier too. Like if your girl ain't like that, man, don't be trying to, see this right here. No. Enjoy that you have a unicorn. Guys, enjoy your unicorn. Ride your unicorns, man. Ride them unicorns. Pause. Ride them. I ain't telling you to get poked in pride. I ain't telling you to let her act like she got the tool you got. But, hey, man, you know. But what I'm saying is, if you got a girl that's not, or a wife that's not the things that we talking about in this space, then it's okay for you to keep watching and to know, because she might change. Especially if she's young. She get in her 40s, man, she gonna resort to different tactics. She gonna wake up, that little snatch ain't gonna be as wet as it used to be in the morning. She gonna be like, am I getting old? This is what she gonna say to herself. And so she might start resorting to other tactics, trying to manipulate you, being passively aggressive, playing the victim. All of these things is gonna lead to the disgrace. That's how it is. That's how it's gonna be. So, OnlyFans, amateur prime, these dudes finding out these kids ain't theirs. Like the one porn dude, he found out that the daughter he always thought was his, because she was telling him she was a virgin. He found out that somebody else poked on your girl, man. And that wasn't even his daughter. And she had got all type of money out of him. Paternity fraud is part of the disgrace. These women, they'll have a hunch that the baby ain't yours, but because you the dude that they think they can control, or you the dude that act like he want them, they'll make you think the kids are yours. You know, that goes on all the time. That's why I tell y'all dudes, going forward, I don't care what you feel about her, DNA test. DNA. Like, well, don't you trust me? I need a DNA test. There's a lot going on out here. I don't know, people sneaky. I don't know if you one of these sneaky chicks. How I know? I know what I think. I know what I hope. You know, DNA test, man. Don't let her talk you out of it. If you find out it's yours, she don't want to deal with you no more, then so it is. Carry on. Carry on, carry on, carry on. So, all of this stuff is going on. Look up Isaiah chapter 3. Look at what he said about the daughters of Zion, how they haughty, nose in the air. My man has to make $250,000 a year. What's your body count? Stop asking me what my body count is. I don't remember. She remembered. She still touch on herself over some of them dudes. She close her eyes and think about those dudes when she having sex with some of y'all. But stop asking me what my body count is. Why do it even matter? You got small DICK energy. Shaming tactics. You got small DI. So even though Body count is more about the mental aspects. You got small DICK energy because you want to know what her body count is. You want to know what she been doing. Let me tell you how that's a myth. These women, like I told y'all, if you watch Prime, and you type in stuff, all you gotta do is type in the word pillow or the word DILDO, and it's gonna be a bunch of videos that come up with women getting off now, small dildos, stuff that ain't even in there, it's on the outside, and humping on pillows, humping on the corner of countertop, all type of stuff, and getting the big O. They use that you little stuff to control you and to keep you inferior. They want you to believe that every other chick that you mess with is gonna say you're little. Now watch this. Because some of y'all, you could do this right here. Some of y'all is with women that claim she only been with you, right? Okay. She says, let's say she tries to pull the shaming sexual criticisms on you. You be like, but you said you only been with such and such, but you said you were a virgin. How would you even know? Well, I be watching it. You don't know the difference. You don't know the difference by seeing. A woman who says that, she knows the difference by feeling it. But if a dude can have a Vienna sausage, if he got all his other moves right, and he know how to dangle that Vienna sausage or whatever, that ain't a problem I got. But I ain't keeping score on people with a Vienna sausage, man. You just got to do with the best you can. But women that play these games, man, and they'll say these things to you because they want to put these thoughts in your mind. A woman that thinks she's a good woman, and the facts is that some of these women that think they're good women are actually manipulative, disrespectful, sneaky, and everything else. And they'll say, I'm not like my friends. When you know they friends is horrible, they'll say, I'm not like my sisters. When you know they sisters is horrible. But what do you say? You know these people she's saying she ain't like. Is she like them or no? All of this stuff is the disgrace. And what is the disgrace gonna lead to? The disgrace is gonna lead to, the reason why it says 7 women is because it's gonna lead to a bunch of dudes just saying, man, I ain't finna deal with these broads. We see it right now. Guys rather pay for it, take the shortcut, than to get in a relationship to get it. Man, you gotta go through hoops and hurdles with these broads, man. And it's crazy because I put a video out earlier, and some chick gonna come in there acting passive aggressive and trying to say this and say that, and then gonna say amen. And I'm responding by telling her this is why people don't go to the church. People is waking up to the gullibleness that you need to be in these churches and to be in relationship. It don't work like it used to. You can't make me feel bad about polygyny. You can't. If she try to make you feel bad about polygyny, bring up all the stuff she's supposed to be doing and she ain't. That's how you handle that. So, the disgrace we see, and looking at the prophecy, looking at, like when you're dealing with prophecy, you gotta look at everything that's gonna happen. We see when reading Isaiah chapter 3 and Isaiah 4 and 1 that guys ain't gonna be dealing with these women. They're gonna be to the point where they used to be like, you gotta provide for me. And now it's getting like, I just want help paying these bills. I'm gonna pay some of these bills. So, we seeing it already. How many women have been on TikTok, Instagram, all these platforms begging, like, okay, the strong and independent stuff, I see it's not true. Rescue me, please. We see it all the time, don't we? But your wife is still talking strong. We'll see how strong she's talking when you finally get tired of her mouth and you leave. Sometimes they'll find a dude that they think they can control. Everything be going well, and then whap smap, he see how she is. He ain't gonna want her no more either. See, they'll act nice in the beginning. That's why they call it newlyweds, because they still new. But once they start to get a little settled in, you gonna see how they really is. You gonna see how they is. So don't let them, they be like, why you watching them dudes? You supposed to be a man. I heard somebody say the other day, I ain't never seen men that claim to be alpha need another man to tell them this. That is the dumbest take. One of the dumbest takes I ever seen. Okay, if you are alpha and you start a job, because you are alpha, nobody will give you instructions. Man, y'all dudes, this how I know y'all don't know how to deal with women, and y'all part of the problem. Y'all part of the problem. If I told y'all everything, y'all be like, some of y'all would literally be scared to get married. I don't do it out of respect. Like, my sons don't even like the fact that I even be bringing anything up. They don't like it. But like I tell them, I'm doing this to help y'all and everybody else. Don't lean on marriage. You be looking at marriage. Let's say you a guy with no friends, right? You think all I need is a woman and a family of my own. But sometimes that's the worst thing that can happen to you if you with the wrong person. And most of these people are the wrong person. Let me say that again. I hate to do y'all like this. Most of these women are the wrong woman. I'm writing a book about it. They the wrong woman. But I gotta get everything mapped out first, because after all, shouldn't my talents be distributed towards people who don't think highly of me or as highly of me as I do myself? Of course not. I told y'all, I've been called a Dusty. Am I a Dusty? Of course not. But I've been called a Dusty because, see, this is what y'all need to understand. Some women will say whatever they gotta say to try to get under your skin. And that's one of the things that they do that shows you they ain't the one. Not for you, at least. They're probably, and this was weird. Some of these women will act right for somebody else. It's not because something's wrong with you. They just got a problem with you. It's not even necessarily you. They just have a problem with you. And you tell me I'm wrong. Some of y'all guys had that girl that you was acting like these women. Like she was real, she was cool. But you couldn't do what you needed to do because you didn't think she was good enough. Until you met that nightmare. And the nightmare don't always start when the relationship start, when the marriage start. Sometimes it can be something that causes that nightmare. Some event that happens that she becomes resentful. She becomes unforgiving. A woman that's holding grudges will mess up the whole relationship. I don't care what you try to do. If she holding a grudge against you, it's gonna mess your relationship up, man. It is. If you could have been not cheated, take care of things, but this thing happened, and she felt some kind of way about it. That can mess up the whole relationship. Especially if you smart and you just see things for what they are. She start holding grudges. Grudges become loss of sexual desire. Grudges become entitlement. Grudges become highly critical. And before you know it, now you looking at it like, man, I'm getting tired of her, man. I think I should just go ahead. Because some of these women, they ain't gonna file no divorce on you. They literally hope that you see things their way, and they'll make it even worse. Like, I'm not gonna file divorce. And then some of them got the marriage scriptures twisted up. They think as long as they don't cause the divorce, that they can remarry. That ain't how it works. If you the reason for the divorce, even halfway, anybody that marries you is in an adulterous relationship. Now, if he just say, she ain't do nothing, I just don't want her no more, you can remarry. But if you contributed to that in any way, any dude you marry is gonna be adultery. You could say, God is forgiving all you want. Your relationship gonna be adultery. So some of y'all women, y'all just need to start submitting to his rule and start doing more to help him and acting better and giving him some sex. And you should want to do it. But you know what these women do, which is another part of the disgrace? They want to do it, but not with you. All they want from you is whatever you provide. House, cars, money. Why y'all think they be coming after these dudes so aggressively during divorce? When you see, like I don't care what nobody say. Somebody tried to tell me, well, she was doing all this stuff for him. If she was so great, Damian Lillard would not be trying to divorce her, would he? You know what he would do? He would try to keep her, and if he want other women, he'll just be cheating. When I saw him, we was thinking like, man, what's wrong with him? He don't want to be in Milwaukee? That ain't what it was. He probably was fighting with her. That's why she wasn't there. At least if she was, where was she at? I saw him with his kids. Let me show you. Coming from a man that's been, it'd be hard to even say it sometimes, y'all. For over 24, 25 years, when you see a guy that's willing to file that divorce, it had to be bad. When you see them doing it, you know they dealing with a whole lot of sneakiness. They wife sneaky. Their wife wants to paint a different picture in public than how she is behind closed doors. That's what normally happens when you see guys filing for divorce. She ain't gonna do it. Some women, if they think they spiritual or whatever, they don't want to look like the one that broke up their home, even though they the one that broke up their home. So all of this stuff, man, is what the Most High, listen, man, you can't, these guys is getting too much money on YouTube for y'all to even say that God ain't had nothing to do with it. And the devil is XX, so you already know. Why would XX? The only thing the devil like out of this is it's gonna be less families. The devil don't like the fact that guys is waking up and they not willing to make themselves miserable and waste time. The devil don't want you to be happy in your life. The devil, if you got a woman that act like she half crazy, everything she do is unwifely, the stuff she say is unwifely. Remember, rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. What did the Most High say about rebellion in Isaiah chapter 3? So it's good. And what's happening is These guys are getting to the point where they only deal with women that's such and such. They only deal with women in such and such situation. It ain't easy for these women to get guys to marry them and divorce them and take half his stuff no more. Good luck if that's your plan. And I'm going to tell you something. This is how I can prove it. I see women all the time with nice bodies, pretty or pretty enough, so on and so forth. But my mind always goes there now, like she might be XYZ. And then I get back to my day, what I need to accomplish. Now, if I deal with a woman, most of them probably gonna give up because that little stuff ain't gonna work. That little stuff ain't gonna work. You can be the top SE-actual woman in the world. When you get done, you still ain't gonna be able to manipulate me. I'm no matrix. I know too much now. I know stuff from my own observation, from my own research, but I also take the experiences of other men in this space and the stories that I hear in this space, and it creates like a Voltron in me that's saying, your little games, save it for those lames. Save your games for lames. You know, then you got the dudes who think they're cute. Look at my DMs. This how you know they'll still. Listen, man, what sense do it make? I saw a Chad looking dude, big old white dude. He probably played football or something, muscle bound, tall. We was talking about this stuff. He came through there like, I don't want to hear that. You gonna see. See, these dudes, I was Tyrone. Pookie, Ray Ray, all in one. That don't mean nothing. All that mean is they gonna like you, but that don't mean they gonna always cooperate with you. That just mean you gonna get some action, but that don't mean you gonna get the great reaction. But anyway, this is why all of this stuff, man. This is why we call it the Isaiah 4-in-1 series. I'm going to keep coming with different topics. The Isaiah 4-in-1 series probably will never end. We don't have to be mean to women. I wouldn't tell you, if you, look, man, I know some of y'all say, well, I'm just going to pump and dump. Me personally, I'm not pumping nothing that I think I'm going to have to dump. I'm the type of dude, I can keep smashing. I can. If it's decent, I can keep smashing. But I'm not finna be out here being the same thing that I criticize them for. We pump and dump. That's like the equivalent to them only wanting tall dudes or them only wanting dudes with money. So I'm not finna deal with nobody I don't like, that I don't feel comfortable with dealing with. Now, ain't gonna be no, I'm gonna have my own place and stuff like that. But I'm not finna be dealing with women that I don't like. Now, if it come to that point where I like her at first and this happened, then I change my mind about her, hey, it's my mind, I could change it. But I don't believe that that's the way to go. I believe, this is how I think, and I'm gonna do a video about this tomorrow. This is how I think we should deal with them. We should get to know them, ask a lot of questions, spend a couple minutes of time. Don't let them mess up your money, but spend a little time with them so you can get to know them. Remember what they say, know how to vet, and if she is something decent, somewhat decent, then it's all right for you to deal with her. But I wouldn't move her in. I wouldn't move in with her. And I wouldn't do anything significant for her until I commit her into being a concubine. Now, there's a little stuff you could do, like she ain't got no car, she take the bus and stuff. Man, give her a ride to work, man. Be a man. I wouldn't mess yourself up. I wouldn't call in and give her a ride to work if you got to be at work yourself or nothing like that. But, man, you ain't doing nothing, man. Give her a ride, man. We need to be showing these women that we that dude. You know, it's all right to hold doors open for women. It's all right. You dealing with her to give her a ride. It's all right. Y'all go out to eat. You pay for it sometimes. Don't pay for it all the time. You don't create entitlement. But it's all right for you to pay for it sometimes. You know what I mean? So just kind of think about what we talked about. We got a lot more to talk about. Don't worry. We're going to talk this talk every day. Let them keep criticizing me. They done said all kind of stuff to me. They done told me I look rough, which a lot of times I do. Hey, that's the truth. And sometimes I do it on purpose. But who keeping score? So, keep your advantage over them. And if you don't have an advantage over them, get one. How do you say how you get one? You got to stop taking them so serious, and you got to stop acting like you need them. They need you, believe you me, more than you need them. But it's all the brainwashing in church and the brainwashing on TV, all these little love stories and stuff like that make you believe that you need them. Women are a want, not a need. I know some dudes don't even disagree with me on that. What I look like needing a woman? I need to stay alive. I need my name in the book of life. That's what I need. I want to smash something. You know, that's a want. But I don't expect everybody to agree with me. But hey, listen, that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching.